Peace and love to all the queen goddesses, to all the beautiful lowly star seeds, to all my fellow king gods who see the God in me. I see you. I love you. This video right here is I want to talk about the laws of attraction. I want to talk about how this entity has us so divided between one another that we don't even make good decisions when picking our mate. And the queens have been so desensitized that they don't even know how to nurture anymore. And I'm talking about as a whole, not as individuals. And the man has been so beat down that he has to be so he afraid to say, yo, I just need a hug, or afraid to cry, or afraid to say, yo, I need love. I need nurturing. That's what every black man needs at this particular time and moment. Nurturing. He needs healing. So does the black woman. So we need to heal each other. But this entity had it all planned out, and we are not looking at the big picture. Now, before I go any further, to all the brothers and sisters that's in Libya, that dealing with this nonsense, this slave trade that has been ramped up by this entity across the globe because their time is running out. I want you to know that there is light at the end of this tunnel. I want you to know that you will be free. I love you, my brothers and sisters. I send nothing but positive love and energy and healing energy out there to you. I can't even begin to fathom what's going on with you. And to all you other races of people that continue to use cognitive dissonance while your government is doing this to our people, the true gods of this earth, this is why this judgment is being laid down to you. Today is December the 5th. You see what's going on in California overnight. 25,000 acres just burnt off real fast. You are burning. You are going to burn America. All of you genetic races of people that have been placed here on this planet to keep the God of humanity and her star seeds in the dark, you are being judged right now. And the hammer is being laid down because you refuse to turn against your government. Now, to the queen goddesses, to the queens that gave their energy to Muhammad, Yahweh, and Jesus, or to a man, believed in this man God, and now have come into this enlightenment because we are in the age of Aquarius. I understand your pain. I understand your frustration. Listen, I grew up in a Christian household, went to a Catholic school, then I converted into Islam. I practiced Islam for quite some time. I gave my energy and soul to a man as well. I believed in my heart that that God was a man. When I came into this enlightenment in 2015, going into 2016, I was just like you, frustrated, angry, but I cried. You know what that did? That made my heart got so big for my people when I found out the truth. And I was only scratching the surface in 2015. I was just learning about religion. I didn't know about the DNA. I didn't know about the blood types. I started going into the genetics and started going into the astrology. My people, I didn't understand how deep and connected we really are. I didn't understand that. I cried tears. I remember sitting in the shower crying. And even to this day, thinking about in Libya, thinking about and knowing what's continuing to go on in the sea that my people are still in a sleep and slumber, I still cry. So yes, I do need nurturing. Yes, I do need a queen to nurture and hug me. Yes, I do. A strong one though. So I will never give myself to one that's not strong enough for me. Not one that's ready to load a gun, but one that's ready to put her soft hands on my back or my chest and relax my soul. That's the queen that we need. And the queen need a black man, a strong king that's willing to come in the door and bend his knee directly to her, or anywhere for that matter. He should be able to bend his knee. I sit and look at, I'm scrolling down Facebook and I'm looking at this polygamy thing, right? I see a brother, he got one queen in one arm, one queen in the other arm. You all are going to pay for this. I want you to understand this. You are seriously going to pay for this shit. You got one queen in one arm and one queen in the other arm, right? And you recording this shit. You tongue kiss one queen and turn around and tongue kiss the other queen. Yo, we were never into that. That's Greek and Roman shit. We never did nothing like that. If you're out in public and you have 2, 3, 4 wives, you out in public, right? Your relationship should be so in tune with one another that no one on the outside should even know who y'all are, what y'all are, other than y'all. They should always be guessing. What I mean by that now, who or what y'all are, meaning like, are that's his sister, are they sisters, are they brothers, are they co-workers, are they just out, they just friends having a good time? Did they grow up together? Did they graduate school together? That's the kind of bond that you should have. If all you have is a physical bond, then you're not doing it spiritually. You're not doing it righteous. You're not doing it righteous, and that's what the fuck I see. And Queens, if you knew better, you would do better. So how could you submit to a man that's treating you just like the oppressor is treating you, as a fucking object? So this is why Queens are so hesitant than going back to the laws of nature. See, Queens, this shit is all wrong. Why in the pyramids, all through this planet, not just the pyramids in Giza, but all through this planet, structures and drawings, shit that could never be replicated. You have the lion, you have the cobra, you have the elephant. You have all of this in nature, the honeybee, showing you that the queen is the head. And then in nature, you'll look at fucking these dogs out in the street that was genetically created, and look at how they have sex, and that's what you have in your mind. But you never took the time to look at fucking the animal kingdom. You're looking at Empire and Love It Hip Hop instead of looking at how the attraction was. Why did our ancestors, why was nature placed here before we was placed here? So we can learn from it. Why did our ancestors have the lion body in the human head, or the lion head in the human body? Why did they have that? Why did they do that? So you can learn from them. We meet each other wrong. We meet each other off the wrong things. The first thing we do when a queen meet a brother, 9 times out of 10, and please don't give me this is not how it goes, because I'm gonna give you a clear example after it. You're looking at how he looks, for one, all his physical appearance, for one, and if his physical appearance ain't all the way up to key, but it's okay. Now it depends on how it depends on how his bank account is, what kind of car he's driving, and his swag, to you allow his physical appearance to play a role into what you want. Because let me explain something to you. I love Biggie Smalls. I'm going to use him for an example, though. I love Biggie Smalls. I have nothing but love for my brother. However, Biggie Smalls is completely unhealthy to continue our generation. He is completely unhealthy for you to lay down with spiritually to even create a healthy start seed. For that matter. See, when a female lion, if you looked at nature instead of loving hip hop and power, when a female lioness first meet a lion king, first and foremost, it doesn't matter. It don't matter how in heat she is. See, when a female dog is in heat, the first dog that's free out in the street, she gonna have sex with. The first thing, it don't make a difference. She in heat, she gonna have sex. And after she finishes having sex with him, she'll go run right down the street, and she get away from him, she has sex with another dog. Point blank and simple. The female lioness is not like that. Now, you have a female lioness, say you have a female lioness of a pride of 5 or a pride of 6. It is out of that pride of 6, that it'll be one female lioness that is chosen out of that pride to be the head, or whatever you want to call. You understand? She will be the one that goes out and pick the lion to bring home. Now, when she go pick the lion, she's not looking at what kind of car he has, what money he has, none of that. What you don't understand, she sizes him up first. She want to know, are you genetically strong enough to produce natural, healthy cubs, star cubs? That's the first thing she looks at. If he's too old, if he's sickly, if he got a sore or something, she'll run away from him. She'll be like, no, we ain't doing nothing. Now, after she sizes him up to see if he's genetically healthy, now they spending time together. They still don't have sex. Now they spending time together. She's rubbing up on him. He's rubbing up on her. Not one time has he ever violated her. Not one time has he just grabbed her by her back and tried to get on the back of her. Not one time has he done that. You'll see a male dog. Male dogs will rape a female dog. That's not happening naturally in nature. It's not happening with the lions. Now they spending time together. And when I say time together, my people, I don't mean just a couple of minutes, a couple of hours. Sometimes they'll spend up to 3 days together. They'll spend up to 3 days together. And then here's the kicker. He knows once he slide his phallus inside of her, the only thing that separate them two is death. He not sliding up into her and saying, "Oh, we just met at the club and we talked on the phone a couple of days. All right, we went out to have dinner, we had sex, and now all right, I'm gonna go on to the next girl." He ain't saying that. He's honoring her. You chose me? For real? Oh, this is to death do us part. And I'm gonna protect you with my life. Now, what she do with him? She brings him back to the pride. This is the king I chose. And what he does, he stays with that pride and protects them, and he keeps the cycle of life going. Now we go to the honeybee. Now, what does the honeybee do? That's carved into the pyramid as well. The honeybee fertilizes our food. If the honeybee die, we die, because the honeybee, if we don't have no fertilized food, we don't eat. Now, the queen honeybee, since all you queens like to call yourself the queen bee, like Lil Kim, she has no idea. The queen bee, she gives birth to all the pride, the whole pride, right? But what you don't know is she gives birth to 10 to 12 bees. They are males with no wings. Now, all other bees she gave birth to as well, they have wings. They're worker bees. They have to go out and do what they need to do. Pollinate the food, bring back, make honey, right? But she give birth to 12 bees with no wings. Now, why did she do that? Give you the science behind this. Out of those 12 bees, she gonna do exactly what the lioness just did. She's gonna size the bee up, who is the most genetically healthy and strongest. Keep in mind, people, in the beginning, she sized it up. Science, what they kept you away from. Her job in nature is to fertilize the food. So therefore, she has to keep the cycle of life going. That's her job. Nature does not deviate. However, she picks the bee that has the best and the strongest genetics out of the 12. And that's who she chooses to mate with to keep the cycle of life going. Now, our ancestors put all this there, and it's all in front of us, but yet we deviate from it. We deviate from it. You brothers that sit into your egos to this day. When I first started doing my research, and I'm looking at the pyramids, and I see all of this right here on the pyramids, the Ankh, right? And I asked the brother about the Ankh, right? I just, I asked him. I seen the piece on his neck. I asked him, and he described the Ankh as this. And I want you to listen to this, ladies and brothers and sisters. And I'm not making no fun of no one, but we need to wake up as a whole. It's different from being woke and fucking diet woke. We're gonna wake up together as a whole. He's gonna say that this is the man's phallus, the bottom part right here. And then this is the woman's stomach, and obviously this is the ovaries, right? Now, understand something. When you look at the structures and the designs and the creativity of our ancient ancestors, you will see that none of those structures could ever be replicated. So you understand that they had advanced minds. They were intelligent people. So why would they draw a man phallus looking like this? That's not how a man phallus look. You know why? Because this is not a man's phallus. This is the entrance to the woman's womb. These on the side are the ovaries, and this is the stomach in which she created the starseed sun. Us. My brothers, us. You have a XY chromosome. She has XX. When you break down your genetic structure, you have fucking chest and nipples. Why do you have nipples? You don't need nipples. Your scrotum sac It's her ovaries. The woman clitoris is only 1/4 of it is revealed. If the other 3/4 of a clitoris was revealed, it'll be just as long as your penis. We have to get out of this male egotistical and place the queen, the god of humanity, back where she belongs. That is not cutting off your ovaries, black man. That is honoring her. When you honor the black man, when you honor the black woman, you honor Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and Mother Universe. And then that's when it's more fruitful. You ever see a woman when she's so happy and how fruitful she is when she's happy? As opposed to when she's not sincerely, deeply happy? My queens, I want you, the ones that woke up to this. And again, as I scroll down social media and I see how you lash out, understand this entity knew you would find out. Understand that they knew that you would find out about this. They knew that you will wake up and know that you are the God of humanity and there's none above you. But you cannot lash out at your creation. I am your creation. I come from the black woman, the God of humanity, through the universe. The universe is feminine. Feminine mother sent me down through the black woman to be here on this planet. So I honor Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and the black woman, and that's honoring the universe. Please, my brothers and sisters, this is not a time for us to be divided. In particular now, there is light at the end of this tunnel. We are going into greatness. Their time is up here. There is no more bickering back and forth. Get back to nature. Black man, stop treating this queen as an object. My queens, you have to get back to loving each other. When you go to polygamy, it's supposed to be a beneficial to you. When you polygamy, you ain't gotta work and look to make $20, $40, $30 an hour. You can make it work. 4 people living, you have 1 king and 3 queens in one household. And all 4 of y'all make $10 an hour. That's $40,000 a year in one household. And if you're not of this matrix world, you have everything that you need. All your star seeds should be homeschooled so you can maneuver through the matrix world. We're going to put you through their school, but we're going to give you the true knowledge as well. So that way you're not caught up into the materialistic world. You're caught up in your getting back to your higher self, back up to the universe. Rather than to live here amongst the lunar people, which is the moon people. We are the sun, they are the moon people. That's why in every movie, right before death or after killing or something, they show you the moon. All the time. Before destruction or right after destruction or during destruction, they show you the moon. Period. Black woman, they understood, my queen goddesses, that you would come to this, that you would know. Just they played on your minds with the woman, white women rights. Black man never took rights from you. They played on you with that. But now do not let them play on you with this religion. It is time for you to come back to your star seeds. It is time for healing now for both of us. It is time for you to start loving your sister the way that you should love her. The only reason why the gay is around is because it was placed in your mind. That's it. They took the love that you had for your sister and turned it into gayness. When you never was into that. Never. Black man, you've become so strong that you fail to learn the creative part. The creative side is learning how to naturally love a queen. Naturally and how to love a queen. You want to listen to gangster music making love to your queen. You want to listen to killer music when you're French kissing her. No! Come on. And queens, you can't be desensitized to the point where as though you forgot that we are your creation. Don't look at us when we standing tall or we're taller than you and you say, well, you're tall now, you're a man. No, we still need your love and nurturing. That will get us through the day. And love and nurturing has nothing to do with physical contact, meaning penetration. Sometimes a hug. But you feel as though now you don't need that. That's not what's a part of this. We need to get back to that. When you look at the movie Soul Food, look, it was so many telling scenes in that movie too. It was ridiculous. And I didn't pay attention to it until I looked at it now. Look at the part when the two successful couples was together, and he ended up sleeping with the girl, having an affair with the girl that believed in his dreams. What his wife do when she came in the house? She didn't even say, "How you doing?" She said, "I looked at the account and $5,000 was missing today." He like, "Yeah, I took money out. It was my money. I took the money out and I wanted to invest in my music." No, you can be doing so much more at a law firm. You can be doing this. You can be locking people up and making millions of dollars a year. He like, "No, listen, I want to make music." And people don't understand that music is loving. It's nurturing, just like water is. But she was so desensitized, so strong on being a strong woman. Strong. You have been desensitized and you are God. You've been turned into a woman. And you a goddess, a queen goddess. You've been turned into a human woman, a white woman. Work. I gotta work. I gotta get that money. What? Get back to your star seeds, your creation. Get back to your loving queen goddess sister. That's what they don't want. That's the number one thing. They don't want that. And I'm only going to touch on this one more time. You people, you guys that's in polygamy, that's still in your ego, that you are exploiting these queens for their like objects. You are disgusting. You are disgraceful. You are disgraceful. And you are being judged as well. I want to let you know. It's a reason why that number is 144. They said, I believe in the Bible, it said that God will only chose 144 to go on to heaven, right? You know why that number is significant? Because you're not going to need 1.8 billion black people to start a new civilization on this planet. And you're definitely not going to need the men to do that. Wake up, my brothers. Let me tell you something. We're going back to the laws of nature. One man can have 8 to 10 wives. If he's in his clean, natural state and his mind is spiritually, as well as the queens, he's going to have 8 to 10 wives. And when he has 8 to 10 wives in peace, and the queens are in peace for 15,000 years, do you understand how many babies will be on this planet? Think about that, my people. This is not the first time that this incident right here has happened. This is not the first time that this has happened. We're going to be in peace for at minimum 15,000 years. So if you have peace for minimum 15,000 years, you don't have none of these electronics, none of this shit here. All of this stuff is satanic. All you're going to have is you, all your people, all the people around us, nature, beautiful sun, good weather, good oxygen, good air to breathe. And you're going to be spending time with one another. And what's going to happen? Real relationships is going to build. Real spirituality is going to build. Remember, it was only about 2 million of us when they brought us here. In 400 years, it's 52 million of us here in America. Now think about that. And they've been killing us at a high rate. They got us into this marriage thing, which is satanic. So queens, think about that. If every queen was to marry a black man and then leave this planet, do you know how many millions of queens that would not have a man? You queens are selfish that are into this satanic marriage bull crap. You are selfish. You are diet woke. The ones that are not woke, I can understand you being selfish because you just don't have any self-discipline. But the ones that are halfway conscious, you just happy you're not following a man God no more. But yet you don't want to go all the way, the righteous way through spirituality. Not just far as being in polygamy. That's not even the case. Some of you jokers out here still eat meat. Some of you jokers out here still drink soda. oh man, I don't believe in that. The white man was created, da, 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 da. But yet we're gods, this, that, and the third. We should take care of our vessels, but you're still eating the crap. You're still doing it. And so that clouds your judgment. So you can't see that, you can't ever experience the natural love and affection for your brother and your sister and Mother Earth and Mother Nature. So therefore, yes, you will reincarnate and come back too. Again, we see skin color. Our sky family see our chakra colors. They see what colors we are emanating off ourselves. They see everything that was going on here. Do your research on the Dark Night satellite that has been observing the sky for over 12,000 years, right above us. Like I said, I hope that my brothers and sisters, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This is just my personal feeling. This is my intake. I hope my queen goddesses that came out of these male religions and these male gods, I hope that y'all really get back and understand that this was designed to have us like this. And for the brothers that are not healthy, and for the brothers that are still doing it and that's living that life, you can just cut those brothers off. Eventually they will change. You are the God. You don't have to submit to the creation. The creation submits to the God. That's point blank and simple. They have taught you and have you trained to submit to your creator. Why would you submit to your creation? Your creation should be submitting to you. Now that doesn't mean that you should have an ego to the point where as though that you can't love and nurture your creation. Because remember, no matter how much death and destruction that was caused on Mother Earth still was loving and nurturing. She still provided everything that we needed. Still provided that. So you should take heed from that, if anything, and get right back to the right star seeds and get back to the right creation so you can create the right star seed for the next generation. So the next generation of queens won't have to go through what the previous generation of queens went through, or king gods. I love you, my people. I hope you enjoyed this video, but this was just something personal that I wanted to get off my chest and how I feel and my theory regarding these relationships and how we meet each other. I feel as though that we need to get back and really look at each other and understand who we're dealing with. This is why our relationships, I feel as though they do not last. They don't work because we judge each other off the physical appearance right away, or what we have, or what could we don't judge each other what's up here and what's in here. That's the most important thing right then and there. I don't even want to know your fucking name. If I was a female, I don't even want to know your name, my man. I want to know right now, if I lay down and sleep with you, are you going to be with me for the rest of your life? No, okay, then you need to leave me alone and move on. See, that's the discipline that you queens need to have. And once you develop that discipline, those dudes will wean themselves out. Period. And the guys need to get back and say, you know what? Which it's harder for, again, we are your creation. So it's harder for us, but it's not harder for me, because there's a lot of guys out here that I see, men that are waking up, that are developing the self-discipline to understand that the black woman is God of humanity and he should submit to her and he should honor her. But it's so many of the false ones out here too is ridiculous. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Peace and love to all the queen goddesses, to all the beautiful, lovely star seeds, to all my fellow king gods who see the God in me. I see you. I love you.